All right, today we are talking about solving equations using square roots or cube roots. This is very similar to what we did yesterday in class. I'll show you an example of what it looks like. We've been doing something similar to this already. An example. I'll do two examples. I'll do one in red and one in blue. When we have something like this, the first one in red there is x cubed equals 64. The second one is x squared equals 64. So anytime you have an equation like this, you want to get x by itself, meaning it's the only thing on this side of the equal sign. So right here, x is not by itself because we have this exponent. So we need to find out what is the opposite of cubing. Remember, this is cube. So what is the opposite of cubing a number? What we need to do is find the cube root of it. So remember the cube root of x cubed, and then the cube root of 64. So don't worry about this side over here. All this does is cancel out. So we're left with x equals, and then our answer is going to be whatever the cube root of 64 is. So when we put that in our calculator, cube root of 64 is 4. So that is our answer for that one. X equals 4. Now if we look at the second one, it's x squared equals 64. So we're not going to find the cube root on this one. We have to find the square root. So we're going to find the square root of x squared. And our rule always, if we do it over here, we do it over here. The rule you always used to hear was, whatever we do to one side, we do it to the other. So this is just going to be x equals, the square root of 64, if we put that in the calculator, is 8. Because 8 times 8 is 64. I will write a few examples down right here. Go ahead and solve them. X squared equals 1. X cubed equals 216. And let's do another one. X cubed equals 27. So to solve these, first one, it's just it's x squared, so we're just going to find the square root of 1. So we find the square root of 1, x equals 1. The second one, we're going to have to find the cube root of these. X equals, and then we have to find the cube root of 216. And that's 6. Always circle your answers. This one, since it's a 3 here, we're going to find the cube root of 27. X equals the cube root of 27 is 3. So if you look at these, 206 is 1 a perfect square? Is 216 a perfect cube? And is 27 a perfect cube? Next one is 77 a perfect square? So we find the square root of 77, it equals 8.7 So the answer would be no, because it has a decimal. All right, and we took some notes down in the last class about if we know the area, how do you find the side length? So if we know the area of a square, you find the square root of it to find the side length. If we know the volume of a cube, we find the cube root. That's in our last week's notes from 1.4.